Hello everyone, this is Jeff Anderson and I'm going to try to help you get started using Flipgrid. So the first thing we're going to do is open flipgrid.com in our Chrome browser. Flipgrid.com, and from there you can simply sign up as an educator. You have two options. You can use your Google account that's associated with your school email and your Google Classroom and everything you do inside the classroom. So I don't have one of those, so I'm going to be using my Microsoft account. I have used all of my Google accounts already, so I'm going to use a Microsoft account to see what it's like creating a brand new account. So you just enter the information, your country and region, your classroom demographics, and of course your age, which I'm not going to include. And let's go. So this is the introduction screen. It gives you a little info about what we're doing. We're just going to jump right in. You have three options on who is allowed to post to your grid, and so we're going to start a simple tutorial grid, and we're going to say anyone with a school email is allowed to join, or you can narrow it down to people with the exact student ID of your classroom, or anyone can join with a public NPLC. And here is the flip we're going to create, but we're going to leave it as school email and select next. And right now it recognizes the end of my email address as a school email, which it is not, in fact. And we can add other domains that are acceptable. But for now, we're just going to leave these in. Most likely, you would want to narrow it down to the district that you are working for. And hit next, and your grid is ready. So this is the folder in which all of the posts will go. The grid is the folder, and the topics are the assignments. So you will have your grids for each subject, and then each topic will be an assignment. So for instance, let's go ahead and add a new topic. The topic is really just the assignment. So this is going to be on Charlotte's Web. And our prompt is going to be, how did this book make you feel? Really, the questions are going to be much more probing than that, but this is a general example, and you get to set the criteria for the posts of each student. And you can also record a video to record a prompt in which they would have to watch your video and get the instructions from there. But I like to type the instructions out so they can read and refer back to it while they speak. Both are acceptable, or you can link to an external prompt with tons of options. But for this, we're just going to create this topic using these simple instructions. And there we have our assignment. And from there, this is the grid number. So we're going to just copy that, or you can get a QR code for it, but we are all set. And so now we have an assignment to push out to the students. This is the flip code that we would give them. So with that grid code copied, I'm going to log out, and we're going to go to Flipgrid like a student would. So students will go to flipgrid.com and enter a flip code. And with the code that we generated, they are going to log in, and they will have to log in with an account that meets the criteria that we selected when we made the grid. In this case, I allowed email from Gmail or Hotmail, so I'm going to use a Gmail account. And here's the grid. It simply is under the grid tutorial, and the topic is Charlotte's Web. How did this book make you feel? And so the kids are simply going to click the plus to record a response, and then all of the responses will be shown here next to the plus. Okay, and back to the educator account, we're going to log out here, and we're going to log in as an educator. So I will go back to my Microsoft account. Okay, and we will see that somebody had posted in tutorial, and the video count would reflect that. So each grid can be viewed as a subject. So I said tutorial, and now I have posts within that will reflect the assignment, the individual assignments. So we can basically we'll go back to my grids, and we can add a new grid. We can have math, and once again we set the restrictions, and we will say school email, and so this will be a folder just for math assignments. So we're going to go to my grid, and so this will be just for math. We're going to delete the introduction because presumably we would already know the people that would be posting in this, because the introduction would be done in a separate place. And then we can have one set up for ELA and every other subject that you would want to have a folder for. So you can view a grid as a folder, and all assignments specific to that subject will go in that folder. So once again, we will do the same thing, and I continue to allow the Gmail account just because my other accounts are Gmail, and so I can post some examples. So now we have an ELA folder, a math folder, and a tutorial folder in which we are able to post assignments, and the assignments are viewed as topics. So we add a new topic to our math folder, and this will be what are we doing? Perimeter video. So we're going to have a video from YouTube using a URL that I have already discovered, and it is area and perimeter. So we will add that video, and that will be part of the prompt. We will say, what is the formula for area? And the questions would be more probing than this. They would be more thought-provoking, and we would give them a longer time if needed. All of this can be adjusted, and once we have the question that we would like them to respond to, we simply create the topic, and there is their new assignment. And now that the assignment has been created, we would simply send this code here to the students in an email or on Google Classroom, and they would respond using that code. And when they went to flipgrid.com to respond to the prompt, they would be met by this screen, and they would simply log in using their Google information, the same information they used to log into Google Classroom, and they would simply watch the video prompt and answer the question here. And in order to do that, they would simply post, and to do so they would simply press this button, record a response, and that opens up their camera and microphone. And they record a response. So the formula for area is length times width. And then they hit next. So the formula for area is length times width. And once they check everything, they hit next if it is satisfactory. And then they take a selfie to show who made the post. And they can add stickers and do a lot of customization. Of course, that's going to be up to the teacher, what they want to allow. And they hit next, and the video is prepared, and they simply finalize it with a few details. So, and then they submit the video, and all of the submissions will be listed right here with the selfie showing who the video is by. And that is what it looks like from the student's view. And then back in the educator side, we can reload this page, and we can see that we got one response, and that was from student Jeff A. And there are a ton of options under the actions menu and other options throughout the website, but we will not mess with many of them because we will simply be creating a grid and assigning topics within that grid. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact Mrs. Rainey or myself, and we will help you however we can. Thank you.